Good morning, happy Monday, happy first day of block 2. It is almost 11 now. I kind of meant to go to my lecture this morning just because it's the first day. I thought it'd be nice to see people, get kind of into the block 2 mood, but I took a little bit too long to get ready, and I plan on sticking to my routine of doing Anki first thing in the morning and then making flashcards from my lectures as I watch the recordings in the afternoon, so I'm not too worried about it, but it just would have been kind of nice. So this morning I've just been working on nutrition review because we have that exam on Thursday, and then I'm sure the lectures will be posted pretty soon. I bet one of them is up already, so I'll get to work on those in just a minute. It looks like we're just taking pharmacology and pathology with the medical students this block, but not every lecture like we did last block. I'm not completely sure yet. We have a class meeting on Wednesday to talk about expectations for the block, so I think I'll know more then. For now, I'm just gonna get back to work. Also, I'm noticing how dumb this little shelf looks. I just got these little shelves for right over there over the weekend, and I definitely need to put something there so it doesn't look quite so random. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to work now.
If you're not up for it, we can take a rain check.
We don't need a rain check. Richard, wouldn't you like to go change for dinner?
All right, I did my nutrition review, I ate lunch, I did 2 of my 3 lectures. I'm glad that I didn't go in person actually because those 2 were completely syllabus lectures, so it was way faster to just watch them at 2 times speed and not have to make any flashcards or anything here. I need to log on to my biomedical career pathways class right now. We are doing mock medical school interviews and it's completely voluntary. You don't have to do it. I've been trying to hype myself up to actually volunteer because I think it would be a really good learning experience, but we'll see. I'll let you know afterwards if I actually did or not. Okay, I just got done with that. I didn't end up volunteering. There were only 3 spots and it took a minute for them to be filled, but I didn't volunteer soon enough and they were filled before I got around to it basically, which is fine. I a little bit regret it because I think it would have been a good learning experience and everyone was really sweet, which I knew they would be, but my stories of why I'm interested in medicine feel so personal, and I know I'm gonna share them with the interviewers, but it just feels a little bit weirder to tell them to the people that I see in class literally every day. But anyways, it did make me feel a lot better because they gave really good answers, they had really good stories, really good experiences, but they were still just normal people. And I think sometimes I put people who are going to get into medical school or have gotten into medical school on this kind of pedestal and think that they must have such better answers, be so much more articulate, have such better experiences than myself, and that isn't true. And I have really good experiences and I am good at articulating answers about things that I'm passionate about, like the questions that they're probably going to ask during these interviews and they ask during these mock interviews. So it just made me feel a lot better, kind of take off of that pedestal everyone else who's trying to get into medical school right now. So that was really helpful for me, at least. I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna do my last lecture, make the flashcards for it, go through the flashcards for it, that jazz, and I'll see you in a little bit. Just got back from our walk and came home to a surprise package from Jacob, and he told me I could open it on the vlog, so let's see what I got. This is taped to all hell. Oh. Okay, that was so hard to get open. Okay, let's see. We have a letter, very cute. Some applesauce. I think this is a care package, a block 2 care package. There's dog bags for Layla and a bunch of hot chocolates, protein bars, some food, lots and lots of food in here. I think this is from his mom. His mom gives me lots of her extra skincare or makeup or stuff that she doesn't really feel like using. A little Lego keychain thing. Another skincare thing from his mom. All right, well, this was great. Okay, hello, happy Tuesday. It is a little bit after 2 p.m. now. I just got back from the block 1 exam review session where we just got to see our exam, see what we answered, what the right answer was, and a little explanation from the professors. And we're not allowed to take any notes or anything because the exams are such protected information. All you can write down is tick marks of how many of each subject you got wrong. So I didn't really bother with any of that. I just kind of took it as where my study methods should have been better, what I was lacking overall, and I think that the review confirmed what I had been thinking previously of how I needed to adjust again for this block. I'm still really happy with where my study methods ended up at the end of last block, but I think something important to keep in mind is to understand every concept, even concepts I don't particularly like or that I'm having a lot of trouble with, from the moment they are presented to us, to not put that off at all, to just understand it from the beginning and really focus on understanding before just memorizing parts of that concept. I think that would have really helped me, because there were a lot, especially biochem, mostly just biochem honestly, where it was like, well, I thought that this was right, but this was the more right answer, and those more right answers I think come from deeply understanding the topic. But overall, I still feel really good. I still feel really proud of how I did in block 1, and like I'm gonna do really well again in this block, and I'm just gonna get to my lectures for the day now. Hello, it's like 9 p.m. now. I haven't actually done any more schoolwork, but I did finish rewatching Gilmore Girls, which made me feel kind of sad and like sentimental, but I'm heating up a burrito for dinner now, and then I'm actually gonna do my lectures after that. Hello, good morning, happy Wednesday. I need to leave for class right now. I'm actually going to all of my morning classes because the first one is a lab that I know is mandatory for medical students. I don't think is mandatory for us, but I don't want to like mess anything up, so I'm going. And then our class meeting is after our 2 morning lectures, so I have to be on campus for that anyway. So I gotta head out now. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, hello. It is like 4:30 now. It's like dark out. I don't know why the lighting from my window is like not helping me right now. But I'm back from my morning lectures. It turns out I didn't really need to go. The lab was just like a presentation of images, which I don't think we need to know. I think that that's just for the medical students. Our program director is gonna like double check on that and confirm with us, but it's been like that the past few years, so I'm sure that's how it'll be this year. But it was still like a good review, and then we just had the 1 lecture. It still would have been faster to do it at home, but I'm just gonna go through the slides and make my flashcards for it now. And then we had the class meeting, which is optional, but I am actually glad that I went to, because it was a good confirmation that the grades that I got mean that like should be meaningful to medical schools, and do say like that I can handle Georgetown medical school level coursework, which is exactly what I wanted them to say. And then we talked a little bit about what block 2 is going to be, and we are taking pathology and pharmacology with the medical students, and that should only take the first kind of half of block 2, and then the medical students are taking immunology and dermatology without us, and we are taking principles of gross anatomy as a master's course. And then we'll still have our principles of physiology, our like review course every once in a while, and our biomedical career pathways, which is mostly about like applying to medical school. So should be a good block. I'm still very excited about it. It was good to get that little breakdown and explanation. I also just got done with an AAMC medical school fair online, which was a little weird. It was a virtual one, obviously, because it's like the whole country and whatnot, but it was mostly through chat, which isn't as like effective, and I felt like most people were just asking questions that you could find on the website just for the sake of asking, and some people were even putting like their AMCAS ID numbers, which felt odd, but it didn't feel quite as meaningful as like, I don't know, I really like the Pre-Med-Years podcast, and he always talks about how meaningful medical school fairs can be. So I was wearing a sweater. I changed back into my t-shirt after, but I was wearing a sweater for any of them that were on Zoom, which was really only one for me. But anyways, he talked about how meaningful they could be, and that did not feel quite as meaningful as I wanted it to be, since it was just through chat and they just answered my question, and then I asked like a follow-up question, but they'd already moved on because there were so many questions underneath me, so I don't think they were ever gonna go back and look at my follow-up question. So I don't know, but it was still good to go, good to experience, you know, get to push yourself, new things and all that jazz. But I'm just gonna go through and make my Anki cards from lectures now. Hello, good morning, happy Monday. I just wanted to end this video with a little nutrition exam score reaction, since I took that on Thursday, and I kind of cut off the vlog at that point because I just got so nervous for the exam. Exams just stress me out. I never want to do poorly on them, obviously, and I get myself all worked up that I'm gonna like fail, even if it is an easier exam like nutrition, and he wrote it to be an easier exam, which honestly kind of stressed me out more because I was like, okay, well, if I do really bad on this easier exam, then that's not going to reflect well on me. But the good news is I did really well. I could not be happier with my score. It was above and beyond what I wanted to achieve, so I'm pleased with it. Just wanted to let you know that, and once again, I just need to be more confident, so maybe that could be a lesson for you as well. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.